Good morning, my friends. This is Deepak again, and I am compelled right now to share with you something that I have enjoyed tremendously, and that is a new book. It's called The Zoomable Universe, The Zoomable Universe by Caleb Scharf. Caleb Scharf, illustrations by Ron Miller. And what it is an illustrated epic tour through cosmic scale from almost nothing. I'll repeat that, the subtitle. An epic tour through cosmic scale from almost everything to nearly nothing. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the author. The author is actually a friend of mine, and he's a very well-known astrobiologist. So let me read a little bit about him. He's the award-winning author of the Copernicus Complex and Gravity's Enigmas, and he's the director of the Columbia Astrobiology Center. Did you even know there was such a thing? Astrobiology Center at Columbia University. He has written for the New York Times and Nature, amongst other publications. He lives in New York City, and you can follow him at Caleb underscore Scharf, SCHARF, at Caleb underscore Scharf. And his illustrator, Ron Miller, is the Hugo Award-winning illustrator and author whose work has appeared in National Geographic, Scientific American, Smithsonian, etc. And he also has an international best-selling app, Journey to the Exoplanets, the definitive editions of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and Journey to the Center of the Earth, and many other books. So very impressive guides for our journey into the understanding of reality or cosmos. Here are some of the chapters. Almost everything, darkness and light, the slow, the fast, and the fantastic. Planet, planets, planets. A world we call Earth. Being conscious in the cosmos, my favorite part. From many to one. The undergrowth, the emptiness of matter. And final chapter, it's full of feels. So how about getting this book and educating yourself on everything that we know about the cosmos from a scientific point of view. How did the cosmos come to be what it is today? My favorite chapter always is anything to do with consciousness. So let me read a little bit from that chapter for you, and then as you know from all my daily posts, that I believe that consciousness and cosmos are complementarities, right? Cosmos is what we see out there, stars, galaxies, but cosmos is also the microcosmos of fields and particles and subatomic forces, and as you go deeper and deeper into the microcosm of the universe at the subatomic level, the cosmos becomes unbounded, spaceless and timeless. And as you go outward, it becomes unbounded as well. The cosmos is unbounded, inward and into the microcosm, and it's unbounded outward into the macrocosm. So let me read a little bit from this particular chapter, Being Conscious in the Cosmos. So far, we've gone from scales where entire galaxies are like glinting motes of dust to scales where whole planets are mere droplets of solidified minerals. Now we've arrived at a scale where we are the motes scattered across the world. It's taken about 24 orders of magnitude to get here. From inside the membranes of our multicellular motes of mostly water, we spend our lives looking, listening, smelling, and feeling. Somehow we construct meaning out of those senses. We have the slippery property we call consciousness, and we also have the faculty we label intelligence. It may be that other complex life across the cosmos is built the same way. We simply don't know yet whether or not that is the case. Perhaps our biology is not the only way to construct living things. We also don't know if human intelligence is a good example of how intelligence works everywhere. Of that matter, what we really mean by intelligence. It could simply be the ability to solve mazes or open cans of food, or it might be better gauged by the capacity to perform mathematical proofs and figure out the nature and origins of the universe. Consciousness also makes these conundrums even trickier. For thousands of years, philosophers, scientists, poets, and artists have driven themselves crazy trying to figure out what consciousness is. Many modern neuroscientists would say that consciousness is our brain's way of integrating information, of assembling a coherent model of the world as fed through our senses. But that also means that consciousness is more than the sum of its parts. Consciousness may be a new and irreducible state built from the electrochemical gunk in our brains. Okay, now this part, of course, is very interesting, but still controversial. In my opinion, consciousness is the ontological primitive of the universe. It is spaceless, timeless, dimensionless, without cause, irreducible. Its excitations or fluctuations called thought, cause its excitations or fluctuations cause thought, perception, sensation, images, feelings. And then we build models around that raw material of experience, and we create, in my opinion, the human universe, because the universe we experience through a human nervous system, presumably, is a species-specific experience. But be that as it may, I think if you want to get current on what some of the greatest scientists are thinking, then do get this book. It's not yet out, but you can pre-order it, I'm sure. This is an uncorrected proof. It's called The Zoomable Universe. It's by Caleb Scharf, and he's an astrobiologist at Columbia University. What a fantastic job to have. And, he goes into great details of, what is an atom, what a subatomic particle is, what are force fields, what is Planck length, what is reality as perceived by human beings from the most fundamental levels of almost nothing to almost everything. And if you're as fascinated by existence and awareness of existence as I am, this is the book for you. The Zoomable Universe, Caleb Scharf, illustrations by Ron Miller. I am enjoying it so much, and I think when you read it, you will also enjoy it a lot. Also, as you know, there's a lot of controversy about the interpretation of quantum mechanics. And if you go to Wikipedia, you'll find so many interpretations. But the three most popular are the Copenhagen interpretation, the de Broglie-Bohm or pilot wave interpretation, and the many worlds or Everett interpretation. And all these are very elegantly explained in this book with amazing illustrations. There's a whole illustrated guide to the life of a carbon atom, which is the most critical atom for the existence of our biology and our complex biochemistry. As I read a little bit more of this book, and I've read it once, but I'm going to go over it again because it goes into such great details of what is the global biomass and how many billions of tons of carbon are responsible for biological organisms existing on our planet, on and on. It's a very heady but exciting illustrated book on cosmos, but also the role of consciousness, which makes the experience of cosmos possible. Okay, also goes into the circle of astrophysics, states of matter, on and on. Is matter material? Is matter material? Is matter a thing? Or is it the interpretation of an experience in consciousness? Okay, all my best to you, and you can I'm sure pre-order this book. It's out October 17th, and you can visit the following website, www.f as in foreign, S as in Scotland, G as in global, books, fsgbooks.com. And let me know what you think about it, okay? Read it, let me know what you think about it. We can have discussions on this book if you want. And if you like, I might even tempt Dr. Caleb Scharf to do a Facebook Live with me for all of you, and you can send in your questions. Okay? The Zoomable Universe, Caleb Scharf. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.